Squeeze this guy out of there. Bam, there you go. And it's a Toyota. All right, y'all, welcome back to Philly D's Garage. So today we got the LS400 in the garage, doing some maintenance. So I'm going to change the belt, the tensioner, and the idler pulley. All right, so it's been making some noise for a long time now, so I'm just getting around to being able to take care of it. So let me open up this garage real quick, and I'm gonna start it because this will be a cold start, and that's usually when it makes all the noise. So we only got to open it up a little bit so we can let some of that smoke out. So let's go ahead and start it up, and I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna let y'all hear the noise that it's making. It's pretty loud too, so. Y'all hear that noise? Real loud. Really loud. So to fix that, I went ahead and bought Serpentine belt by Gates. It's supposed to be like the high performance belt or something like that, but so I got that. I got a tensioner. This is by AC Delco, and I got a idler pulley. So we're gonna change those today. So yeah, y'all can hear that noise. Pretty loud, right? Sometimes it's louder than other times. So I don't like starting a car and turning it off so soon. I don't like doing that, but we just did it. So so that noise is pretty much what I'm trying to what I'm going to tackle. So real quick, since I'm talking about the noise, and I'm gonna pull that trim off for y'all in a second and show y'all what's going on in there. But if you're trying to search for a noise, use something like this. This is they call this a stethoscope. Same thing like the doctors use. You put it on your ears, and then you put the probe on whatever piece of metal that you're trying to listen to, and you should hear the noise through there. Or you could just take a screwdriver, something like this, and hold it up to your ear like that, and you should be able to hear it too. So yeah, I'm gonna leave the garage open just a little longer and let some of that smoke out, or whatever, that exhaust. So yeah, so the first thing you got to do, I already loosened the bolts. You got to take your trim off. All right, a piece there. Then you got a 10 mil here. You can snatch this whole piece off like that. You can take your cover off. Just like that. All the pretty pieces. All right, so now we in here. All right, so let me get another light, show y'all what's going on. Yeah, get y'all up in there. So that's the eyelet right there that's making a lot of noise. So we're going to change that guy, and we're going to change the tensioner, which is down there. Now let me get another light real quick. All right, so the problem is, this job is easy, but you gotta take a couple more extra things off. But to get the tensioner off, which is right here, you gotta take off the power steering pulley, take that off, and then you gotta take the alternator off, which is down there below it. So the reason why you gotta do that is because the tensioner, if I could look at it, it should sit like this. No, it sits like this. Yeah, something like that. So what the problem is that, see this lip here? So the what is that? The damn it. So the problem is that tensioner is sitting behind the I think it's the power steering. So you guys get what I'm trying to say. Only way we can get this thing out is if we move those components first. And then also there's a cover in here. And I had all this stuff off before too. I'm all acting like I don't remember. But you also got a cover in here that you got to take off. The timing dust cover, and then this timing cover right here also has to come off. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna have to take this intake off or if I can fish these bolts out through here, because you got a bolt here, you got a bolt there, and then you got two bolts down there. You got a bolt there, and then you have a bolt right below that power steering pulley. So I don't know, I may or may not have to take this off. You may want to move this radiator hose. If you take this off, you will have to bleed it, but you'll get a whole lot more room taking this off. So yeah, so the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to take this nut off this power steering pulley while the belt is on there, and then after I take that off, then we're going to take the belt off, and then we're going to go from there. All right, so I wanted to show y'all something real quick before I took this belt off. Now, it's a few ways you could tell when your tensioner is bad. See, the tensioner is right here. So if you just press down on your belt anywhere and your tensioner moves excessively, that's one way you can tell that your tensioner is bad. But look how far this belt goes down. Like, look how far this belt is stretching. See this? I could basically take this belt off with my hand right now if I wanted to. Look at this. I could probably get it off with my hand. I'm barely even pulling it. So that's how you know your tensioner is losing its tensions. All right, y'all. So we loosened up the 17, and then we took the, you need a 14 millimeter to get on the tensioner nut. Then you go to your left and you can pull the belt off. So let's go ahead and take this belt out. All right, there's the belt. Let's see any cracks? No, not there, but we're changing it. So then also I loosened this nut here, which is the 14 for the idler pulley, because I got to come off. First, let me just show y'all this power steering. You take the nut off. Once you loosen the nut, take the nut off, and then the pulley will just slide right off. You might have to wiggle it back and forth. See, it just slides right off. Very simple design. I love that design, because most power steering pulleys you gotta press off. So then you need a power steering puller and all that stuff. So it makes things a little bit more difficult. All right, so take this nut off for the idler pulley. I'm still debating on if I want to take the coolant hose off, to be honest with you. I really don't want to take it off, but it makes things so much easier. So this is the pulley that's making all that noise. This guy right here. Make sure you put it back on the same way. Let me see if I can Can't really spin it. Y'all hear that? I got headphones on. I can't even hear that shit. But that guy is making some noise. All right, so we getting up in here now. Y'all know this is a regular idler pulley. It's not the water pump pulley. So now we got to get the here's that cover I was telling y'all about. The timer cover right here. And then we got to get the bolts off for this guy, and we got to get the alternator off down the bottom. All right, y'all, so I got all the bolts from out of the timing cover, so now I can move this as much as I have to move it. And you also got this coolant line right here that you got to move. So just get your screwdriver and pop that off, so you can have that extra plate with this. So there was there's 3 bolts. There's 3 bolts all together and 1 nut. So that's what you're looking for to take off. And make sure you got a magnet when you're taking those out, because they'll drop down in the engine somewhere. So good to have a magnet. So next we're going to take off this timing belt little shield dust cover. So like I told y'all, the tensioner is covered by the timing cover, the timing cover itself, and that plate is both going over. Hold on, let me turn it. Yeah, something like this. So this lip here is where the timing cover and that shield is going over. So yeah, so next we're gonna move that shield. I think it's 2 or 3 nuts on there, so we're gonna do that next. All right, y'all, so I got that cover off. A lot of these bolts is really tight, probably never been off, so I use my little Power Probe torch because it's easy to get in there at those bolts. So you might have to use something like that to get some of these bolts off. So this cover, hold on. Right, this cover, this cover sits in there just like this, right? So you're gonna fight trying to get this thing out. So what you might want to do is you can swing your tensioner back out the way, because at first I was just gonna take the pulley off, but then I was like, well, wait, I could just twist it that way and just pull it out. So that's exactly what I did. You just swing your tensioner to the left as if you was taking the butt off, and then that should give you enough play to pull that cover out. So also this cover got like these little hooks in it. See these little tabs? There's a tab there, and it's a tab over here. So y'all see that tab? So that tab is actually supposed to sit in there a certain way and like pretty much basically lock in there. So when you put that back on, you got to make sure it's sitting there right, because if you put all this back together, you drive and you hear something rattle in there or something like that, that'd be a problem right there. So you can actually see a timing belt. Let me see if I can get y'all in there. Hold on. First, I don't know if I told y'all, but yeah, so it's 2 bolts. They're real long bolts, 12 millimeters. So let's see if we can look in there and take a look at the timing belt though. I don't know if y'all can see that. It's a little dirty, but I don't really see no cracks or nothing like that on the belt itself, which is a good thing. You don't want no cracks in your timing belt. And being as though the disc cover is loose right here, You might be able to see it from up here. Because remember, I'm not taking it all the way off. I'm just getting enough room to get a little wiggle room. So now that we got that that cover out the way, now you can see the bolts for your tensioner. So you got 2 here, and then you got 2 on the other side. So now the next thing we got to do is take that alternator off, because they're sharing the same bolt. So you should be able to get the alternator from the top. You got 1 bolt. Let me see if I can get a better shot for y'all. I don't want to say a bolt right there and y'all looking, it's like bolts everywhere. Here go 1 bolt here at the top, and then your bottom bolt is literally straight down from there. So I don't think y'all will be able to see it, but yeah, let's go ahead and loosen up the alternator bolts. So I got the top nut off, and I got the bottom bolt off. So now we can just slide the alternator out, sitting on a stud. So what we're going to do is you can just let it lay down there. You shouldn't have to disconnect it. Hold on. So that same stud, the tensioner actually goes through as well. So that's exactly why we got to take this alternator off. So you just got to wiggle it off. There you go. All you have to do is just slide it. Alright, so now I'm going to want to catch this thing because it's going to fall and fall out. Let's see if I can palm it. Yeah, just palm it like that. Let it sit. Just let it rest on the frame like that. Now you should be able to slide the tensioner out once you take off the tensioner bolts. So I screw those off. So I got the tensioner out. It's halfway out. So let me show y'all. So it has the it has 1 stud that goes over across, and it got 2 nuts on this side, and it has the 1 bolt or the 1 nut that sits in front of the alternator. So now with this cover right here, you know, you got to pull this all the way out so this tensioner can clear. So let me take y'all down there and see. Y'all can see this. I don't know if y'all can see that. Hold on. So yeah, you can see the lip where the cover sits at. So you gotta lift that cover all the way up so this tensioner can slide by it. All right. I don't know if y'all can see that, but this fan is like right in the way. Oh yeah, y'all can see it sliding out. Now the next part, now we got the tensioner out. So the next part is gonna be, see, that's probably why I should have took this hose off, because then this tensioner could slide right through here. But I don't know, it don't look like it's gonna make it. Like that tensioner is overly sized for some reason. But this gotta be probably one of the most it's not difficult, it's just the amount of work you gotta go through to get it out, because like GMs and most cars, you know, the tensioner is like right there. Like you don't really got to do this much work, you know, but it is what it is. Alright, so now I have to bend this hose out the way and probably try to slide it up. So alright y'all, so just slide your hose you know, out the way a little bit and squeeze this guy out of there. Bam, there you go. And it's a Toyota, so this is definitely original. Definitely. Wow. So it's never been out before. So there you go. So that's the old tensioner. Man, that's, I mean, for a tensioner to never been changed before, man, I wish I didn't have to take this original stuff off, because I just wish I didn't have to. Let me see. Yeah. But really, this pulley was what was making most of this noise, so bearing in there is bad. That's crazy that this is the original tensioner. Like, that's crazy. I might like hang this up on the wall or something. I don't know. A Toyota. That's crazy. So yeah. So that's literally how you get the belt serpentine tensioner out of a 98 LS400. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and install the parts that I took off. This is gonna be a brand new belt, a brand new pulley, and a brand new tensioner. So I'm gonna throw all that back on real quick. You just put it back on the same way you took it off, reverse order. And yeah, so once you guys come back, I'll show y'all it's running and verify that that noise was fixed. So everything's on now. All I got off is the plastic trim, but I left it off so I can show you guys what's going on. And once I start it, it should be fine because the mass airflow is still plugged up and it's still after the inlet of the air. So we good with that. I didn't have to take off the air box or this vacuum box or the cooling hose. It would have been much easier with this hose out the way, but it went totally fine with it there. So I did want to show y'all real quick the difference between, remember the other one, the old tensioner had a lot of play in it, right? So now if we look at this with the new belt and tensioner, you press it down, it barely even moves. And the tensioner over there, get a light, fucking lights. And the tensioner over there barely moves also when you do that. Let me see if I can get it. Can y'all see that? Y'all can barely see it, but y'all see what I'm trying to say. So that's a major difference in the play in that tensioner and that belt. So we fixed that. So we fixed the noise, we fixed the slack, we fixed a few things. So now we're gonna start it. It's gonna be a cold start. This is live. You know what I mean? This ain't edited. I'm just my first time hearing this thing start too. So let's make sure this noise is going, y'all. Let's start her up. Got the key. Let me pop the garage open just a little bit. I don't want to be breathing in that shit, y'all. All right, let's start it up real quick. Now the car's gonna be loud at first startup regardless, but we want to make sure we don't hear that that squealing noise that we had. So did I make sure everything on? Belt on? What else? hold on, y'all. They like, you should have cut this part out. Nah, I shouldn't. Because I got to make sure everything is, you know what I mean, before you just go starting up stuff. I mean, so everything on. Right, the timing cover is back on. And remember, y'all, when y'all putting this back on, just remember to put the little dust cover on first before the timer cover, because y'all can get that switched up and you'll be fighting with it all day long. So let's go ahead and start up. Everything look like it's good to go. Y'all hanging with Philly D today. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Oh, y'all don't hear that noise. Y'all don't hear that noise. So we did a good job. So I'm gonna let this run, let it idle down. But yeah, y'all, if I helped y'all in this video, hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll check you on the next one. All right, y'all, a little bit of bonus footage for y'all. So I got the old idler pulley here, and I got the new idler pulley here. So I just wanted to show you the difference between a good one and a bad one. So here's the old one. Hold on. Y'all can hear that? So that's a bad bearing. On a new one, you try to spin it, you don't hear anything. And you actually got more resistance too, so you can feel the resistance. Opposed to this one, it's real loose. Just spinning real loose. No resistance at all. So this is the reason why I'm changing it. This is the main reason why I'm doing this job, is because of this idler pulley right here. So there you go. Catch you on the next one.